Minecraft isn't just a game where you place blocks and fight mobs. If you've been playing for years, you know it's taught you more than you'd expect. Lessons about patience, risk, friendship, even happiness. And you don't even realize it until you stop and think. Today I'm going to share what Minecraft has taught me over the years. Lesson 1. Respect the first step. Every achievement you've made in Minecraft started with something small. That massive house, those full chests of diamonds, the endless supply of food, none of it would exist without the basics. The crafting table, the wooden pickaxe, that first log you punched from a tree. But here's the thing, in the moment, those starting tools don't feel like much. They break fast, they work slow, and you can't wait to replace them with something better. Yet without them, you wouldn't have been able to mine your first stone, craft your first furnace, or survive your first night. And it's the same in life. The people who were there at the start, the opportunities you first had, the small wins that didn't seem important, they're the reason you're able to stand where you are now. Think about it. Every massive castle starts with a single block placed. Every chest of resources begins with that first piece of coal you found in a cave. Every great journey starts with a small, awkward step. In Minecraft, you never forget that first night in your dirt hut, lit by a single torch, listening to zombies groan outside. It was simple, but it was the moment that made everything else possible. So whenever you look at what you've built, in the game, or in life, take a moment to remember the first tools, the first resources, and the first people who helped you get started. Without them, none of it would exist. Lesson 2. Persistence. You have an idea for the perfect house in Minecraft. You can see it in your head, tall walls, a beautiful roof, windows overlooking the landscape. So you start building, and the result? Well, it's awful. The walls don't match, the roof looks weird, and the whole thing feels wrong. You could tear it down and quit, but instead, you try again. You build another one. Still not what you imagined. Then a third, then a fourth. And with every attempt, it gets a little better. The roof starts to make sense. The walls line up. The details begin to click. That's the lesson. In Minecraft, nothing has to be perfect the first time. You fail, you adjust, you improve. And suddenly, one day, you're standing in front of a house you're proud of. Not because it's flawless, but because you built it after learning from every mistake before it. Life works the same way. You'll rarely get something right on your first try, whether it's a skill, a project, or a dream. But each attempt teaches you something new, just like each house in Minecraft gets closer to the one you imagined. So if your first build turns out terrible, remember, it's not the end, it's the first step towards something much better. And sometimes, the ugliest house is the most important one you'll ever build, because it's the one that kept you going. Lesson 3. Community. Playing Minecraft alone can feel like a constant uphill climb. You have to gather the resources, find food, build shelter, and keep yourself alive. Every problem is yours to solve. Every risk is yours to take. But the moment a friend joins your world, everything changes. Tasks get split. You mine while they farm. They build while you explore. Suddenly the game stops being a survival grind and starts feeling like an adventure you're sharing. You laugh at the mistakes, celebrate the victories, and even when things go wrong, it's not as heavy because you're not carrying it alone. The challenges don't disappear, but they feel smaller because you're not facing them by yourself. In real life, it's the same. Who you choose to have around you matters. The right people turn obstacles into stories you'll laugh about later. The wrong people make even the easiest tasks feel impossible. Minecraft teaches you that building together isn't just faster, it's more fun, more meaningful, and way more memorable. Lesson 4. Turn setbacks into gains. In Minecraft, getting lost is almost a rite of passage. You set out on a quick trip, maybe to mine a bit of iron, or to check out that mountain in the distance, and before you know it, you're deep in unfamiliar territory. The sun's going down, your food is running low, and you realize you have no idea where your base is. The first instinct? Drop everything, retrace your steps, and get home as fast as possible. But here's the thing. Rushing often just makes it worse. You wander in circles, burning through supplies, getting more and more frustrated. There's a better approach, one Minecraft quietly teaches you. If you can't fix the situation right away, make the most of where you are. Chop some wood from trees you don't have near your base. Grab flowers for dye. Scoop up sand for glass. Maybe you even stumble on a cave filled with rare ores. Suddenly, the trip isn't just the time I got lost. It's the time I came back with stacks of materials I didn't even plan to find. That's the lesson. Setbacks don't have to be wasted time. In life, just like in Minecraft, you're going to take wrong turns. You'll start projects that don't go the way you planned. You'll have moments where your main goal feels out of reach. And in those moments you can either complain or you can collect something valuable along the way. Because when you finally find your way back, you'll realize the detour wasn't just a mistake, it was part of the journey. And sometimes, the lost path is where you pick up the thing you'll need most later. Lesson 5. Patience. In Minecraft, patience isn't just helpful, it's essential. You can't rush a wheat farm to grow in seconds. You can't mine obsidian faster just by wishing for it. And you definitely can't finish a massive build in one sitting without burning out. One of the clearest lessons in patience comes when something destroys your progress. Maybe you're building a house you've been working on for hours, and just as you're about to place the final few blocks, a creeper sneaks up and blows a massive hole in the wall. In that moment, you've got two choices. Walk away in frustration, leaving the project half ruined, or take a deep breath and rebuild. And the thing is, in Minecraft, most of us choose to rebuild. We don't just patch the hole, we often make it better than it was before. That's the quiet magic of the game. It teaches you that a step back isn't the end. It's an opening to make something stronger, prettier, and more durable. In life we hit the same situations. A plan falls apart. A job doesn't work out. A personal goal gets delayed. And in those moments, it's easy to focus only on the loss. But Minecraft reminds you, progress is rarely a straight line. It's a series of building, breaking, and rebuilding. And the people who stick with it, block by block, day after day, are the ones who eventually look at what they've made and think, yeah, that was worth it. Patience doesn't just get you to the finish line, it changes the way you see the entire process. And in both the game and life, that makes all the difference. Lesson 6. Happiness in the journey. In Minecraft, you spend hours gathering resources, planning builds, exploring dangerous caves, all with some big goal in mind. Maybe it's beating the Ender Dragon. Maybe it's finishing a massive castle. Maybe it's filling your storage room with every block in the game. But here's the thing you notice after playing for a while. When you finally reach that goal, the moment is exciting, but it's short. The real joy came from everything that happened on the way there. The little victories, the close calls, the quiet nights fixing up your base. Think about it, the first time you found diamonds, the random wolf that became your best companion, that insane moment you survived with half a heart in the nether. Those weren't just filler between the important parts, they were the game. It's easy to get caught up in chasing the end result, in Minecraft and in real life, but the game quietly teaches you that the process itself can be just as rewarding, if not more. You start to appreciate the slow progress, the small wins, the funny detours that happen when you're supposed to be doing something else. And when the big moment finally comes, when the dragon is defeated, the build is complete, the chest is full, you realize something. The ending isn't the best part. The best part was playing. Minecraft reminds you that happiness isn't just reaching the goal. It's in every step you take getting there. And if you can carry that mindset into real life, you'll find a lot more to be happy about. Lesson 7. Calculated risk. Minecraft can be played safely. You can stay near your base, farm crops, mine just enough iron to get by. You can avoid dangerous caves, skip the nether, never fight the wither. And you'll survive, but your world will stay small. The game rewards you when you take risks. Want diamonds? You'll have to go deep underground, where lava flows and mobs can drop on you from the shadows. Want elytra? You'll have to face the end, find a city, and risk falling into the void. Even something as simple as exploring a new biome carries danger. You could get lost, run out of food, or end up surrounded when night falls. Every valuable thing in the game is protected by danger, and that's the point. Minecraft teaches you that if you want the best rewards, you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to accept that sometimes you'll fail, lose your gear, and start over. But over time, those failures stop feeling like the end. You get used to the idea that risk and loss are just part of the journey, and when you finally come back from a dangerous trip, carrying loot that felt impossible to get, you realize the danger made it worth it. In life it's the same. Playing it safe might keep you comfortable, but it also keeps you from the experiences that could change everything. Minecraft just makes it obvious. If you want something amazing, you have to risk something to get it. Conclusion. When I first started playing Minecraft, I thought it was just a game, a way to pass the time, build something cool, maybe fight some mobs. But over the years I've realized it's much more than that. Every hour I've spent in that blocky world has quietly been teaching me something. Patience, persistence, gratitude, how to adapt when things don't go as planned, how to appreciate small moments and share experiences with the right people. And these lessons didn't stay in the game. They found their way into my real life. I started noticing that I approached challenges differently. I became more patient when things took time. I valued the people who supported me at the start. I even learned to find joy in the smallest wins. Minecraft doesn't hand you a story, it gives you a world, and you write your own, and in doing so, it shows you that life works the same way. So maybe it's not just a game. Maybe it's a teacher disguised as one. And if you've been playing long enough, you probably know exactly what I mean.